Wait, what? What do you mean the intro is deleted? And we are actually going to take a break away from Transformer figures here for a little second. I wanted to bring something new to the table. I know a lot of Transformer reviewers now are going over to the Kamen Rider side. Well, there's a lot of reasons behind when people. It's kind of like one of those things. Like it just takes one good season of something to get you hooked in, and then you start watching all the seasons, and next thing you know, boom, you're completely engulfed in it. That happens with a lot of people with a lot of things. For me, that happens to be with Kamen Rider. I got introduced when Kamen Rider Decade was running, and that was a bad thing because Decade was the anniversary of 10 series, and then that was nothing but a gateway drug. Because they said, oh, here's all these other ones. Go check these guys out. But anyway, this is a toy from the current series of Kamen Rider O's. Now, in this series, Edgy, or Kamen Rider O's, uses these little things called candroids. There are currently 7 candroids that he can utilize to help with. Today, we are going to be reviewing Candroid Series 01 Taka Candroid. Now, like I said, these candroids all do different various things in the show that help Edgy help us fight against the Yummies. Now, when you buy a candroid, now first note, I'm going to tell you the price. The price of these things, I can justify $10 to $15 at best, but this one. But candroids can cost you $20 to $25, depending on where you go. Most if you go to a regular shop, it'll cost you straight up retail. But there's a lot of shops out there that now offer discounts. And the reason why, the reason why this thing costs $20 is mostly because of this. Now, at first you're thinking, okay, it's just a plastic little coin. But actually, if I get an actual, like you can see in here. Let's see, where's a good one? There you go. These little coins actually have. That's actually a perfect example. These little coins have little chips inside them. This is an IRF chip, which means it produces a batteryless radio wave. Now you can buy a toy that will pick up on this and it'll produce a sound. Here in the U.S., we did something similar with the 1999 Star Wars Episode 1 figures that came with a little base. You can get a giant scanner, and it'll scan it, and it'll play one of the actors or the current characters' line from the movie. Sometimes it was the actual actor. Sometimes it was a filler. Most of the time, it was a filler, unless it was a key actor like Anakin, Obi-Wan, yada yada yada. In this case, it won't say a specific line, but it will say the actual animal that's on the coin, which in this case would be Taka or Hawk. Get a good shot of that. Nice little X on the back. That's how you can tell it's a deluxe. Now, in the show, these things are actually made of metal. They're actually very shiny and very chromy, which will look very nice. Us fans are demanding a set of those. But the cell metal still look good none the same. Now, I'm going to set this aside. Actually, the scanner for these things is this right here. Move this aside for right now. This comes with the main part of the belt, which right now, as of March 12th, the belt is actually very easy to get a hold of. I mean, very easy to get a hold of. It's, I got this as a birthday present, and he said he had absolutely no problem whatsoever getting a hold of it. You can go to CS Toys, Ami, they'll have it. And what most people mostly want is for this, the scanner. That's a review on it, completely on its own. But this will scan this and registers as Taka. Now when you, for each cell metal they have produced so far, I'll say this in this video, they produce what they call a core metal. a metal AG uses to produce a different part of the body on Kamen Rider O's. This happens to be a head metal. And instead of tongue-tied. Now you notice how it said Taka Gin. This one will just be, it'll just say Taka and produce a red light. When you scan a metal, it'll have the corresponding light show up, like how that was red. But if we scan this again, it's a light blue. All cell metals are light blue. That's the color designation with that. There we go. Just lean up against there. And there's not really much I can show here. Most people are like, oh, let's make combos. No. This is the currency of the show, so why would he be using this as a combo maker in the O's belts? So no. We're just going to set this aside and focus on the main part of the candroid here. Now, all the candroids so far, except for I think 2, they do this. One of the neat gimmicks about this thing is at first it's supposed to imitate a soda can. Well, so far I threw away my soda can to help demonstrate it, but it's more along the lines of the size of a coffee soda can from Japan, which is almost the exact same size. But anyway, the main gimmick of these things is to start transforming things. Is you have to pop the top. Now, right now, I can move this, but as you see, the top came off. But if I put that back down there and I hold the top, I can take it off, but I'm going to break something. This securely locks it. So what we're going to do, pop the top. Now, as you can tell, it clearly pushes something in there. I'll show you that here in a second. And we'll just go flip this over, bring the wings down, push this back, push those down, push the head down, and voila. Now that same metal finish you saw on the front continues on into the main burn mode. And I'm going to say this right off the bat, the one thing that really got me when I first transformed this was its size. It is a lot bigger. See, I have to kind of tilt it here. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Actually, hold on. Pause. I am so sorry about that. That is so unprofessional of me. But anyway, this is the size of this thing really took me by surprise. I mean, here's my hand, right? And one wing spans my whole hand. But anyway, let me show you the mechanism of how this thing locks together. Now you see these little squares that are right here, and you see these little squares right here. Now if you were to look underneath here and try to put the tab back up, like so, you notice that these little bumps are raised. If I were to fold this and fold this back up, you'll notice that when I flip the tab back up, it stays in place. Now when you combine that with, let's fold this back up, with little tabs that hook onto the wings, you get a really, really good combination of it staying there. Of course, it's not really staying there now because I'm only half transforming it just to demonstrate it. But I really got to recommend these things. If you can find them for cheap, like 10 to 15 bucks, get it. Because these things are awesome. Now, I only have one right now. I can't wait for Petra Candroid to come out and for me to get a job so I can get the Petra Candroid. But I plan on getting a lot more of these things once I can get some more steady income coming in. Oh yeah, today's March 12th, so happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Yeah, I'm officially now 24. Yay? I'm guessing? Okay. Not really much to say on this thing. Other than it's awesome. I can tell by the end of O's we're going to have a good chunk of these. So, yeah, we're just gonna have a good chunk of these, good chunk of these, good chunk of these. Let's make a remix of that. So yeah. Now I can't really say anything, but this thing's awesome. This is one of the better ones. There are a couple weak ones out there. The bot's a candriod or grasshopper is one of the weak ones, because that's one of the few ones where the top doesn't actually help its transformation. It's just the antennas. And not to mention, in the show, it's a two-way walkie-talkie, but in real life, what does it do? It's meant to flick these things across the table. Woo! Yay! But, anyway, this is Alan doing a very brief, wow, 10 minutes. That's not really brief, isn't it? A brief, somewhat edited review of the Taka candriod. Well, you guys take care, and I will see you later.